Hey Bearcats, it's Miss Winship. We're ready to start on our review, Chapter 2, 4 through 5. I'm sorry for the delay, but my pen quit working today and I just now got it fixed. All right, let's get busy with number 1. On number 1, I have two pieces that add up to 360. I notice in the problem that it says that is the midpoint of the trip, so halfway through would be 180. I need to take this piece right here, and I'm going to call this my, let's see, what letter? Let's call it Y, since that's already X. Now I know that this piece plus that piece added together is going to equal up to R, which is 180. If I subtract 55 from each side, my answer is 125. Now it says, how much further? Yes, we did answer the question, 125. Now I need to find the area and perimeter of the figure. I'm going to do the perimeter first because that's the easiest one to do. To find the perimeter, I just need to add all of the edges all the way around. Combining like terms, that gives me 6x plus 12. Area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. My base is x plus 6. My height is 6. This is the base. This is the height. And divide by 2. I need to distribute. Even though the 6 is at the back, I'm still going to distribute 6x plus 36 divided by 2. Now, since this 2 can go into 6 and 36, I'm going to reduce both of those, and I get 3x plus 18. Number 3, I need to solve this, so the first thing I'm going to do is distribute. That gives me negative 20 plus 10x is equal to 10x plus 8. Next, I need to move the letters to the left, so I'm going to subtract 10x. Whoops, I noticed that my 10x's cancel. And I have left negative 20 equals 8. That is not true, therefore this has no solution, and I can just draw the symbol for no solution. On number 4, I need to find the length of HG. HG is this piece. Well, I noticed they're across from each other. This is a parallelogram, and therefore the two sides HG and IJ are going to be congruent. 3y is equal to 5y minus 16. Moving the 5y to the left, that gives me negative 2y is equal to negative 16, and dividing by negative 2, I get y is 8. Now it does ask me to find the length of HG, so I've got to take my 8, plug it in, and 3 times 8 is 24. I also need to find the length of HI. HI is this top piece, which is congruent to the bottom piece. So I have 5x minus 10 is equal to 7x minus 20. Letters to the left, and I get negative 2x is equal to, whoops, I'm going to do my numbers to the right, and that gives me negative 10. Dividing both sides by negative 2, I get x is 5. Now I need to take the 5 and plug it back in here, and so where can I put this? 5 times 5 is 15. Take away 10. 5 times 5 is 25. Take away 10 is 15. So HI right here is going to be 15. HI, equals 15. My pen's not agreeing with me. Number 5, I need to combine my 5j with my 13j. That gives me 18j minus 12 is equal to 18j. Negative 4 and negative 8 is minus 12. If I try to move the 18j to the other side, the j's cancel, and I'm left with negative 12 equals negative 12. This is true, which means that all solutions will work, and we call that all real numbers or infinitely many solutions. Number 6, I need to distribute my negative here to start, and I need to distribute my 2. That gives me 4x plus 2 minus 12x minus 8 plus 10x minus 6 equals, I'm going to add those together and get 17. Combining my like terms, 4x and negative 12x is negative 6 plus 10 is 4x. Now I need to combine my like terms here. I lied. 4 take away 12 is negative 8. Add 10, that's negative 2x. Did y'all catch that mistake? And then if I combine all of my constants together, I should get minus 12. That's equal to 17. Adding 12 to each side, negative 2x equals 29. And dividing both sides by 2, I get 14.5. Number 7, I need to save $245. Right now, she has saved $125, and each week she's going to add $15, so that's 15W. Subtracting 125 from each side. Whoa, what just happened? That says minus, oh my goodness. Minus 125 from each side, and I get W is equal to 120. And when you divide by 15, that gives me W is 8, or 8 weeks. Number 8, this problem has 2 parts. In the first part, I'm going to distribute my negative 3. That gives me negative 3y plus 3 equals 9. Moving the 3 to the right, negative 3y is 6, and dividing by negative 3, I get y is negative 2. If you're not careful, you'll stop there. You have to take the negative 2 and do 1/2 of negative 2, which is negative 1. Final answer is negative 1. Number 9, I'm going to move the 6 to the other side, or you could choose to multiply by 5 first if you want. Moving it over, I get k over 5 is equal to 8. Now I want to clear my fraction. I'm going to multiply by 5 on each side. That cancels, and k is equal to 40. Number 10. Now this one's a really good problem. Number 10, I need to clear my fractions. I'm going to multiply everything by 20 because 5, 4, and 2 are all divide into 20 evenly. 5 goes into 20 4 times, and 4 times 3x is 12x. 4 goes into 20 5 times, don't forget the x. 2 goes into 20 10 times, so it's plus 10. 5 goes into 24, and 6 times 4 is 24. Next, I need to combine my like terms, and that gives me 7x plus 10 is 24. Moving the 10 over, I have 7x equals 14. Dividing by 7, x is 2. Final answer. Number 11, this is one of the problems that has 2 parts. I'm going to draw a line in the middle. If I subtract 22 from each side, 8n is equal to 48. Dividing by 8, I get n is 6. Now I've got to take that 6 and plug it into 3n. 3 times n is 6, so my final answer is 18. Number 12. Now normally I tell you to move the letter to the left and the number to the right, but since there's only a letter on the right, I'm going to move that 4x to the right. That gives me 2 equals negative 1x, and dividing by negative 1, x is negative 2. Number 15, I need to distribute my negative. That gives me negative x plus 4 equals 2x plus 6. Letters to the left, and I get negative 3x plus 4 equals 6, and numbers to the right. That gives me negative 3x equals 2. Dividing both sides by negative 3, my final answer is x equals negative 2/3. Number 13. Whoops, I got out of order, guys. Number 13, I'm going to move my letters to the left. That gives me 2r minus 8 equals negative 12. My number to the right, since 8 is subtracted, I'm going to add it. 2r is negative 4. and dividing to clear the number in front of the r. 4 divided by 2, r is negative 2. I'll try to do my numbers right this time. Now we're going to go down to number 14. Normally I would tell you to move letters to the left, but since 3a is the only letter on the right, I'm going to add a to the other side. Negative 3 plus 7 is 4, and 3a plus 1a is 4a. Dividing by 4, my final answer here is a is equal to 1. Since I've already done number 15, I'm going to go to number 16. Number 16, a common denominator to multiply by would be the number 6. So I'm going to put 6's all in here. 6 times 2 gives me 12, divided by 3 is 4n. Don't forget, if you have a coefficient with a letter that doesn't have a denominator, you also have to multiply those. That gives me 24n. 10 times 6 is 60, divided by 3 is 20. Don't forget the n. 2 goes into 6 3 times, so that n number is going to be 3. Now I have 4n. Put those together, 4n minus 3. If I try to move the letter to the left, it moves to the left all right. In fact, there's nothing there. I'm going to fill it in with a 0 equals negative 3. Now, the last time I checked, 0 was not equal to negative 3, so this problem has no solution. Last problem for what we're working on right now is number 17. I'm going to distribute the 0.2 to the 7. That gives me 1.4. 0.2 multiplied by 2 is 0.4t. My right-hand side does not change. It's 0.4t plus 1.4. If I tried to move my 0.4t to the left, the t's cancel and I'm left with 1.4 equals 1.4. That answer is all real numbers if it is true. Okay, you have a test in 2 days and tutoring tomorrow morning, which is Wednesday, if we're talking about the year 2013. My tutoring on Wednesday is at 6:45 a.m. I've also added an extra week tutoring on Wednesday afternoon at 2:30, but I have to leave at 3 o'clock. On Thursday morning, I will be here at 6:45. You have a great evening. I hope you enjoyed your study session with Miss Winship. Bye-bye.